Hello and welcome to this session on form in English literature. If you're a student of English literature, you'll have heard the terms literary form or poetic form. But what exactly is form? A precise definition of form might be difficult as the term is variable, often ambiguous, and sometimes under debate. By the end of this session, you will understand some of the elements that comprise literary form. At one level, form can be the type of text that a writer uses. These are methods of arranging and organizing ideas. This includes forms like the sonnet, novel, script, or play. They usually derive from literary tradition and convention. For example, the sonnet in English literature is a poem of 14 lines, like this sonnet by William Shakespeare. Let's see how form works here. In a Shakespearean sonnet, the last two lines usually summarize or contradict the argument made in the preceding 12 lines. Look at the 13th line, which begins with "and yet." The negative conjunction "yet" draws your attention to the rest of the poem. Do you see how form can help you interpret any poem or work of literature? Now, form can also mean the minute details of how a text presents ideas, such as figures of speech, rhythm, rhyme, syntax, even punctuation. What words does the writer use? Why? What effect do these words have? Let's look at this poem by Emily Dickinson. What immediately stands out are the dashes and the capitalized letters. They introduce stress and breath where you normally wouldn't. Take a look at the same poem without the dashes and irregular capitalization. The form and thus the interpretation of the poem change drastically. Interestingly, form can also mean the shape of the poem. Look at this poem from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. It talks about a mouse's tail, and the poem itself is shaped in the form of a tail. The form of the poem is thus crucial to its understanding. In fact, critics who fall under the formalist school argue that form is, in fact, meaning. Now that you've learned a little bit about form, have fun interpreting and looking for it in all your favorite works of literature. Thank you.